Katie Custom Woodworking. I'm your host for this evening. We are going to do Reynolds. I planed this side super clean because we're going to glue it. I didn't put a tongue in here because it's pine. It's 100 years old. The wood is a lot stronger than today's, but the tongue could crack. Right there, guaranteed. We'd be smashing it, and I don't think it would go. Will I have gaps? We're going to let this, we're doing this settling. The one thing about this 100-year-old pine, this is where wood drinks its water. Those ridges, they actually fill up. Goes in, goes out, and you see kiln dry, they say 7%, 10%, things like that. That's also the weight of, you know, holding the water. When that water, this is simple, really simple thing. When the water leaves, then, you know, the wood's a little more stabilized. So after 100 years, a lot of this hardly moves. And the way we did it. So I don't have to worry. I left the rustic side out. I'm going to do light sanding. And man, look at that character. You start looking at it and it just tells the story of the building. I got prints installing. I'm staying up here. I'm the supervisor. Say hurry up, Prince. Yeah. But only one guy could do it. Like I can't do it. We're doing here. We're waiting on a couple of things from the city, so we're in a bit of a standstill. Waiting on our engineer. And that's why I'm doing it now. Am I worried about the paint falling? I'm going to sand this light. I'm not worried one bit. When I'm worried about the dents, add more character. But this way, we don't lose any time. Whew. Hear me out of breath. Moved it all. My courier guy, Penny's, he's coming by to pick this up. So that's a nice load. I think, you know, we can get that master bedroom with the walk-in closet. And I'll only be missing, I think, the spare room. And it'll all have this gorgeous floor. I am so stoked. You can see what I did here. I wrapped it. I just used the, it's not tape, it's that stretch wrap. I kept it nice, really nice. And it's too cool to be using the same building. So you can see some of it, I just lightly planed. So when I put it together, it's so nice that it just takes a little bit of sanding so it can preserve all that heritage. Well, we're getting the floor sanded, and I gotta admit, I left them alone for a couple days, and wow, mess. And what we used was, I like to call it a jitterbug sander. We're not going to use any grinding. It just really just paper that goes back and forth, and the weight of the machine really holds it down. So you gotta really push here. I used Puritan pine right there, mixed with a little early American. The early American is a touch darker, but I didn't want to go all the way using only the early American. I just kind of like that. And let's see how it's looking. I'm very happy. The wood's drinking it in. It'll definitely go lighter. We stripped away the original color of the old floor. Does that make sense? Like there's 100 years of patina on it. So I'm just taking a roller like this. Saturated. I'm not being cheap with my stain. Just making sure the wood can't like drink it anymore. You know, not even worried about the overlap. That's the beauty of the Varathane there. The stain, it's really easy to work with. Right now it's about 100 degrees in here. I am drenched. I got the windows, but as I come along here, I got to close these windows. I got a bit of a breeze, so if I stutter, that's it. So I'm just going like this, and that's it. I'll come back tomorrow. We'll see how it looks overnight. I'm going to clear coat it, and I got a real surprise on that. This is going to be cool, what I'm going to do for the clear coat. And you can see right here, here's a good example, how it's just soaking in, eh? See the difference there? That wood is so thirsty, just drinking it. So I'm kind of, you know, and you can just see the history in this wood. You know, so I'm very happy. I'm at the fine line where I got it like sanded, and I got a new coat of wood. What I mean by that is it's stripped off, and I can put anything that'll stick on it, because if I don't have this clean, this stuff's not going to soak in, which is going to be really good for the wood. Now, what about expansion? I'm going to explain at the end the expansion. And I've worked with a lot of 100-year-old wood throughout the years, and then hopefully I'll make sense. But what I say with expansion in my area might not be the case in your area, all right? Because it's totally different, the wood, when you go from one region to the other. When you go Quebecois pine, and then you come out here, the pine tends to be a little hardier, a little stronger because of the wind. And also it's faster growing, because you don't get the really killer cold. It's very complicated, and it could be, you know, like I could give a million reasons. But the important thing is know your wood. Big day. This is too cool. I took a little bit of planning, and I'm gonna go spray the floors up there. I'm not taking any roller or anything like that. What I'm using industrial clear coat. And a lot of times when you try to, like, when you get DIY, the best way to describe it is a lot of the clear coats say, well, we're the best because of this, we're the best because of that. A lot of the floor clear products, a lot of times they don't have like a lot of high solids. They thin it out so they'll level and look good for a newbie, all right? Yeah. It's like that. Now, I couldn't take my airless system here. It'd be a little too much in this house, you know? So I rolled the dice. I got top of the line DIYer. I got the Greco 19 here. This water base for the airless, it is thick. It's not like oatmeal, but it is nice and thick, and it's perfect. I can't tell you how psyched I am with this. You know, this is amazing. So I'm going up. I got 100 feet of hose here, and I'm going into the abyss. The other thing I'm not going to recommend anything here. Like, I'm not. Everybody's different. Somebody might have a beard, etc. Even though this is water-based, and I've seen a couple of videos with these guys using them, and for the love of God, get a mask. I mean, please. You know, you got to remember, you use water-based, but you're getting the solids going into your lungs. You know, you really want to breathe that stuff? You know, you may say, well, it's not that bad. Yeah, well, even though it's airless, you're still pumping product in there. You're the best way to describe it is you're still pushing the product down. And no matter what, when you have force and you push it down, you're going to get fumes coming up. So treat this stuff as nuclear, toxic, whatever. The only thing is, I got shorts on, which I shouldn't. It's about 100 degrees here. I put one of those white suits on today. You probably see me in a pile on the floor up there. You know, so that's it. Just get the mask like this. You know, very easy. Here. It has a bag here after, very important. Get yourself going. I'm gonna see if I can find my tripod. We'll do some videos. I managed to get 2 coats, one right after the other. The first coat's going to kind of soak into the wood. The second coat, if there's dust, kind of comes up to top, and a lot of times you feel it rough, and that's part of the reason. So I got a 320 before I do the next coat, and after that, the clear coat will mimic what's underneath. And we're absolutely over the moon on this. A little bit of putty here and there. And all I'm doing is I got this soft pad, and the reason why I'm using the soft pad is, is it on? All right. So that's it. I'm just sanding lightly here. I cut a bunch of sandpaper over there so I can load. I gotta don't walk up over here. That's it. It sands nicely. You know. Now I'll use this as my marker here, and I'm going to change the pad. And that's about it. Like, I won't get it perfect this time. I'm going to finish the upstairs and downstairs. I'll have about 5 clear coats on, 5 gallons of clear coat. So it'll be built up enough so when we put the drywall on, you know. The nice thing about doing it at this stage with reclaim, it gives a chance to climatize to the house. Then when we put our drywall here and our wood there, we're going to be out about this much, so we won't have any of those lines. And if somebody does put a ding in it, adding character. You know, these are all from the building. It's too cool, right? And we're over the moon on the color. The color that you see on that camera, there's no editing. That's how it turned out. That's it. I'm going to go load up another one. I'll show you here the pad. You can feel it. It feels dull. You know, so I'm good. I used 1 pad, 2 pads, so it's about 3 pads. Let the sandpaper do the work. Do not use dull sandpaper. All right, so this is about 2 days later, and a few people have walked, and it's fine dust. I'm okay with that because we're gonna sand it. When I say 320, we're gonna sand it 320 grit, and any little bit of dust will vacuum now, won't stay on. And you can just see, like, it screams, eh? Look at the color, you know? And we have no light here. Look at that, eh? Tells such a history, you know? And that'll always be remembered in the back because I rushed the guys. We had to, you know, we're trying to get everything done. And that's a little bit of putty left over. So, if you like these videos, we got a hell of a lot of videos like this. And the attic where we first started. Cool, eh? So, I'll tell you in the comment section why it is too cool, this floor. And here's a good example. See how I know the wood's going to shrink because of the time of the year I did it, and I expect that. So in another month when we do it, we're going to go 1 more putty and make sure, and it should be pretty stable after that. So for those that haven't subscribed, share the page. This is, you know, the real deal. Right now, I was bummed out about the city inspection on the old section. I had to get Mike, the engineer, and I kind of steered me clear on a couple things, you know, call me green, because I thought, like, the old section, we didn't really, change. I mean, okay, we'll be quiet on that. So, see you next time. I'm going to try and do one once a week. I've been under a lot of stress with our forest fires and all the other nonsense and trying to get through, so bear with us. Stuff doesn't go as fast as everybody pretends they do. It takes a long time to get things right. Thank you, and subscribe. Thank you.